Hello everybody and welcome to another episode of Hard Knocks Fighting TV. My name's Ryan Ballantyne alongside Ari Tobe, the President and CEO of the Hard Knocks Fighting Championship, and we're set to bring you some of the best up-and-coming MMA fighters that you're going to see here in the Hard Knocks cage. Next up, a fight between Craig Shintani and Terry Nickel. And Ari, Terry Nickel proving what we always say in Hard Knocks. Doesn't matter what your record is as an amateur as long as you win as a professional.
So you're trying to say that he lost as an amateur and now he's winning as a professional?
That's pretty much what I'm saying. 0-2 as an amateur, 2-0 as a professional, and now he's got a tough test in Craig Shintani.
And you know what I'm going to say? I'm going to say that the amateurs around here are actually getting better than some of the pros because the amateurs are getting more competition, and it's really, really good that our amateurs are coming up, and I can't wait to see what Terry Nickel does as a pro.
So here it is, Terry Nickel getting set to take on Craig Shintani.
This school of Hard Knocks fight is a professional bout in the 157-pound division and is brought to you by All Beef Catering. And now, let's meet the fighter.
So coming up next, a fight in the professional ranks between Craig Shintani and Terry Nickel. Shintani coming to us out of the Legends Training Center. Yeah, he says that he's looking forward to getting into the cage, considers himself a bit of a student of the game, breaks down his opponent's game film, knows that that Terry Nickel's coming into the fight at 2-0 and expects him to be a good fighter, but at the same time also knows that Terry Nickel hasn't fought since Hard Knocks 17, a layoff of almost 18 months, and he knows that so much can change in a fighter, so it will be interesting to see whether or not the tactics he developed from watching the game tape are going to be what secures him a victory here tonight.
One thing that he mentioned is his weight cut was a lot harder as he's a lot bigger muscularly than he was before. So we'll see whether that affects his energy system as he fights, and we will meet his opponent.
And his opponent.
So coming down to fight Craig Shintani, we meet Terry Nickel, MMA University, 2-0 so far in his career. And Jeremy, this guy is exactly what we were talking about earlier. Doesn't matter how many amateur fights you lose, because as long as you win professional fights, that's what counts. And as we look at the tail of the tape, again, not much separating these two fighters, but for 9 years experience in life for Terry Nickel over Craig Shintani, but otherwise virtually identical. And Terry Nickel will step in the cage looking to move to 3-0 in his pro career.
Well, and he's seen a few videos of his opponent. It's tough. You talk about video breakdown, and when somebody has had 15 professional fights in the UFC, it's easy to find video on them. It's not necessarily easy to find video on somebody who's only had 2 professional fights at different promotions. So Terry Nickel watched those videos and said, you know, it's good to have that tape when fighters change, and he's going to be excited to step into the cage here with Craig Shintani, the best Craig Shintani, hopefully, that he's ever seen.
His first fight for MMAU after moving here to train there after training in Medicine Hat. Now for the official introductions, we'll head inside the cage to Jay Nance.
And now, the official Hard Knocks fighter introductions. In the blue corner for Bill 360. He's 1-1 as a professional, 21 years old, and stands 5 feet, 9 inches tall. He weighed in at 157 pounds, fighting out of Legends Training Center from Sherwood. Please welcome Hard Knocks fighter, Craig Shintani. And in the red corner for Pete the Plumber, the hero of plumbing. He's 2-0 as a professional, 30 years old, and stands 5 feet, 9 inches tall. He weighed in at 157.5 pounds, fighting out of MMA University from Calgary. Please welcome Hard Knocks fighter, Terry Nickel. This bout will be contested under professional rules. The referee in charge of the Hard Knocks action is Mr. Adam Cheadle.